Hello, sweet blossoms, and welcome back to the Green Sage. This reading will be sort of a combo reading, but it will mostly be a pick a card for the new moon solar eclipse that we have going on today as I'm actually filming this. Um, yeah, I've just been feeling a lot of energy going on. This reading will be for, this first couple weeks in the month of May when we are dealing with this new moon energy. And it is a very potent new moon. And I've been feeling the energy of ancestors being very nearby. You've maybe thought about past loved ones who've passed on, to say, or even like passed on pets or things like that. And if you have been, that's because they are with you and they are wanting you to know that they are here guiding you through this time. This period starting, in May here with all of our astrological alignment and things going on, it's really giving us the opportunity to step into a new path and to almost like quantum leap into a new way of being. And it's, like I said, it's very potent. It's going to be very energetic. There's, as I have said in the zodiac readings, we can expect some very powerful moments, maybe some tower moments, some very surprising moments, maybe even miraculous moments to be appearing over this time. And we're going to have to keep our heads about us. We're going to have to stay grounded and be logical, but also allow ourselves to dream at the same time. But let's see what the cards have to say for each of us. Before we hop in, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me to grow this channel and to reach other people and to hopefully help others. If I've been helping you, then please let me know, or, let me know by liking the video or subscribing to the channel or sharing this video, leaving a comment. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. As usual, if you want to skip ahead, go ahead, find your timestamp in the description box and go ahead and skip forward. But if you are new to these oracle card, tarot card, pick a card readings, I'm going to break down how it works for ya. All right, if you are new to these tarot pick a card readings, we will have, like I said before, our different options: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. You will choose a pile, or you can choose more than one pile, or just watch all 3 piles based on your intuition. And how do you use your intuition, you may ask? Well, you can make it as easy or as hard as you like to. You can choose based on this top card. If there's a crystal on there that you are really drawn to, that you really like, you can choose 1, 2, 3 and just choose a number 1 through 3. You can go any, mini, miny, mo. It's as easy as you make it. Your intuition will lead you to the right pile every time. You will be led to receive the messages that you need to hear in this moment, because that is how the universe works. It just does. So, okay, you can find your chosen timestamps in the description box and fast forward to your stamp. I will see you there. Bye. You have to be doing things for a trophy, for a prize. I think our ancestors are really calling us to explore why we feel the need to always try to impress others, to live up to others, and not figure out what it is that we want for ourselves and begin living up to that. Your next card out is Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Yep, that's what I've been feeling. This pile is definitely being called to break some generational patterns, some generational traumas. take a moment to get still and be in your own energy and really look at what brings you happiness, what makes you happy, and what doesn't. Why do you do things just because your family's always done it that way? Do you not date a certain type of person because you know your family won't approve of it? Do you hide a part of yourself? Maybe you're a spiritual person because your family won't approve of it. Next card out is Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. That's what you're doing when you're going into that yin energy. You're tracking down your fears. You're being called to examine all of your fears. In order to break your generational bonds, chains, you have to be the person to alchemize your dark side and your shadow side. You have to be the first person in your lineage, I want to say, to do that. $2:22 on the clock as I say that. More twos. You may be interested in looking up angel number 22, angel number 222, and master number 22. But for me, that's all about balance. That's all about bringing in peace and harmony to a situation, right? Because if something's out of balance, it's just going all over the place. But when it's at peace, it's still. Your pile got a ton of ancestral messages, by the way, compared to the others. This is why I felt drawn to do this reading, I think. The next card out is Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Maybe part of your ancestral pattern is that your family has not fully taken the time to really get out of survival mode, right? And think about what it is that they want, how they want to live their lives, and allow themselves to dream. Maybe maybe you've been taught to work, 333 on the clock as I say that, all your life, because your family was never allowed the opportunity to dream of having more than just back-breaking labor and then hoping to be able to retire at a decent age. Maybe it's not quite on that level, but somewhere along that line. Maybe your family's been more hot-headed than should be, and they've missed out on opportunities because of that hot-headedness. I don't know. You have to examine your family and see where you are being called to make a change. Last ancestor card out is Oracle. Wait for important information. There's something coming to you. It could be through meditating, and it could be a message from your spirit guides. It could be someone that you speak to in day-to-day life that just says something to you that gives you the answer that you've been waiting to hear, the message that you've been waiting on. It could be something from a song, something from a movie. But something will be spoken to you. Maybe you've already been waiting on an answer on how to figure your situation out. It will come to you. Maybe you've been trying to get out of a situation and haven't known fully how to manage that. The answers are coming. Next card out is Quest, Throat Chakra. This goes with the Yen card. You're being called to quest inward, to examine your fears and your desires, to release what it is that no longer serves you so that you can make space to bring in your desires. I want to say that over this new moon, that is your mission, is to find your, to figure out your fears and your desires. And then with the full moon is when you will do some major releasing, whether metaphorically or physically, spiritually. And then by the end of the month, going into the next month, you will be able to start out on a new quest. But right now you're being asked to journey inward and to be truthful with yourself about what it is that you want. Be honest with yourself, first off, right? If we're not honest with ourselves, we can't make anything happen around us. Next card out is luck. 31 reduces to a 4. Luck is on your side. Your ancestors are bringing you luck. You signing up to incarnate on this journey to be the one to break these ancestral patterns brings you luck. You doing the work to cut off these energies that no longer serve you, people who no longer serve you, whatever, jobs, will bring in the luck. But you have to be willing to step towards your fear first. Next card out is take your time. Take your time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a process. You're going to, as you come in to realizing fears and desires, it's not going to stop there. It's I'm getting a ring in my ear and I'm thinking about JJ Constellation. So if you don't watch her, you should go watch her. But a video of hers that I watched this morning, she was talking about Pocahontas and how, I'm going to butcher the saying. You should go watch JJ. But it was something like, you never step in the same river twice. And I feel like there's a message, first off, in that reading for you, but also that rivers change, and new memories come in, new waters come in, and we flow. And that's what you're being called to do. You're being called to flow. You're being called to take your time. I want to say that you will be able to change your course over time if you take your time. You will be able to redirect this course. You'll be able to, I want to say, change the flow of your lineage. Yeah, this pile is definitely called to break some ancestral patterns. If you would like a personalized reading to get a better idea of how this is affecting you, feel free to reach out to me. My email is in the description box. Otherwise, though, for sure, watch your sun, moon, and rising zodiac signs. Next card out is your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. You may be a Capricorn. You doing this work will pay off. That's why luck is on your side. And I want to say it's fated for you to be the one to break these cycles, to break these patterns. And you've already been working on it. You just have to continue doing the work. Or start, I guess, if you are not already working on it. But luck is on your side. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Yep. That's definitely breaking ancestral patterns. Whatever it is that, you know what, let's get some tarot cards. I wanted to do that anyway. You're doing something different than your lineage. You're doing something new. I feel like you are meant to break past whatever your lineage has accomplished. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. Ten of Pentacles, as I'm saying that. That's what you are meant to accomplish in this life. That's what this new moon and Ace of Pentacles right on the bottom. That's what this new moon is bringing in for you. It's bringing in, oh, and another 10. Ending and beginning. That is so cool, pile one. You breaking these ancestral patterns, whether it's thoughts, behaviors, ways, you breaking these patterns is bringing in this new beginning for your lineage, and it's bringing in happy home, happy life, family, connections, stability, and I want to even say financial abundance. I don't even know how I cannot say that when we have the 10 and then the ace right there. And luck. I want to say get ready for some big changes, pile one. I want to say something big's coming in for you. It could be an opportunity to cut some cycles. It could be an opportunity to step into a new cycle if you've already been cutting things away out of your life and preparing yourself. It's fucking awesome, man. Good for you. So I hope this really excites you for this new moon, pile one. Take your time. Go slow. Don't stress yourself out. I want to say about where you are in relation to other people around you. I want to say that you have felt like you've felt as though you have been behind in some way compared to the people around you. Whether that's in terms of having nice supportive relationships and friendships, loyal committed relationships, financial stability, a home, romantic, good romantic relationships, good jobs, whatever it is. I feel as though in some area you have felt behind. And right now you are being given the opportunity to break these cycles, to push past the limitations that your ancestors have placed, to break those chains of limitations, I want to say, that your ancestors have placed, to step into a new abundant beginning. Maybe your comfort zone has not been one of abundance. Maybe I'm not going to keep going in because I could talk about this all day, but you're stepping into a new abundant period. Take your time. Go easy on yourself. Cut away the things that no longer serve you to make room for the new. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this crystal card, these will be your messages. Just based intuitively, just on the pinkish hue, I want to say this new moon is bringing in opportunities for you to love yourself more. Maybe to even see your own self-worth a little bit more. Or it's definitely calling for you to love on yourself more. Maybe give yourself a little bit more tender love and care over these next couple weeks. Self-care. Maybe go to the spa, get your nails done, get your hair done. We'll see. I don't know what this kunzite. Never heard of this one. What it is, a high vibe lithium infused lilac pink stone that glows with an energy that could be described in a word as cuddly. Who needs it? Anyone with a heavy heart about something, collectors of good vibrations. When to use it? Call on kunzite after a breakup or a major disappointment, or when you're beating yourself up about something. You don't need permission to be here. You belong. If you forget that, pause, tap into kunzite's pink prismatic vibration, and let love rule. Open up your love channel. Yep, that's what I was feeling there. You could have just gone through a breakup, or could have just gone through a breakup. The energies so far, it's all about releasing the old to step into something new. It's about us realizing, I want to say, having different perceptions about the things that we do need to release and the things that we should be holding on to. That's probably the energy that you are in at this moment, or may soon be. Your next card out. As I said that, by those 2:22 on the clock. You may have been interested in pile 1. If you are, go check that out. Or if you were, go check that out, Herkimer Diamond. Found in New York. Who needs it? Reiki masters, travelers on the spiritual path, highly sensitive people. When to use it? When you're reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work, brush off all those unwanted vibes with Herkimer Diamond. Power wash your energy. Wow. Yeah. Power wash your energy, pile 1. Protect yourself. I just said pile 1, didn't I? You may be interested in pile 1, like I said, go watch it. But pile 2 was more about protection. I feel like this is more about healing your heart. This is more about healing your heart space, and getting clear about some things in your life. It could be about a breakup or a past heartache. Could be with a romantic person or platonic, a work situation. Apply it to your situation as it fits. Whatever's on your heart right now that is causing you pain. And you're seeking clarity. This new moon, I want to say, is helping to bring in clarity for you. Next card out is Community in reverse. Since that came out in reverse, I will read it. Ooh, look, I opened right to the page for you. And I'm going to read the relationship message, since it seems like this is relationship oriented so far. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of that dance, yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. And then the protection message says, beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the group? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall, be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high a cost. I feel like if you are in a relationship, pile 2, or in relation to something, I mean, clearly you're in relation to something. It could be that you feel a lack of community. It could be that you feel alone, unsupported in some way. And it could be that you could be experiencing a breakup or considering a breakup. And this has been energies that's been popping up in my private readings. I feel like many of us are being asked to give up that fairy tale fantasy and to look at love as just that. You know, we choose to love or not to love. We choose to be in relation to someone or not be in relation to them. We will all have flaws. We will all have faults. But in being in mature, responsible relationships and loyal, committed relationships, right? We have to be willing to I don't want to say put up with or compromise, but yeah, we do almost have to compromise. But on what level are you compromising is what this new moon is asking you. Are you compromising your integrity? Are you compromising, like if you're in an abusive relationship, definitely you should get out of there. You should not compromise your safety, your well-being. If someone, just doesn't put their dishes in the dishwasher all the time, is that something you can live with in the grand scheme of things? Is that an issue to blow up your relationship? You could be in a lull in your relationship right now. But lulls are just that. Like, we all go through phases of growth and expansion, right? And we're not always going to be in alignment. But we can still choose to love and be in relation. Or we can choose to maybe keep repeating same patterns where we feel a lull, so we run instead of actually being devoted and committed, right? That's how you build a long-lasting relationship, is you get through the hard things together. You figure it out together. And along the ways, you have to decide where your boundaries are, what you're willing to tolerate and not tolerate, I want to say. But I didn't come here to lecture people about relationships. Let's see what your next card has to say. Growing up, wanting to grow and experience, rejection of perpetual youth. Yep, that's what I was just calling. Your soul and your emotional maturity level is trying to grow up so that you can glow up on the outside. It's trying to help you grow through experience. Relationships get stronger. At least mine has. We've been through a lot of stuff. We've been through losing jobs. We've been through liver transplants, and each of us being sick, and surgeries, and kids. And it's been hard. Not going to say that there were not times when we were both like, fuck, what are we doing? But that's also made us stronger. And you could be going through a hard time in a relationship right now, in relationship to something. And I think what you're being asked is, are you always going to quit when things get hard? It's okay to know where your boundaries are, where your limits are. But life will always throw things at you. You're being called to reject perpetual youth. You're being called to give up. I want to say that Peter Pan syndrome of never wanting to grow up. the Lost Boys. They didn't want to have to deal with anything worse than Captain Hook. And that's not life. We're going to have to deal with things. We're going to have to deal with sicknesses and deaths and births and losing jobs and starting jobs. Are you going to be that person who's committed and stable through that for someone else? And if you want that in someone else, then you have to also be willing to give it. Your ancestor message out is seer. See beyond the current situation. Yeah. Whatever you're in right now, that's bringing sadness to your heart. You're being called to mature through it. To see that this is just a blimp. This is just a drop in the ocean of what you will be able to experience with this thing. I want to say you're being asked to not be a runner. You're being asked to stay the course. To love yourself through it, right? To be gentle on yourself, to give yourself what you need to get through it. But going through it is what will help you grow up in order so that you can glow up and step into whatever it is that you're trying to step into. Your next card out is acceptance, root chakra. You're being called to accept where you are, to find the sweetness of where you are. Because every time you start over, I want to say, you're starting over. Why go back to square one when you're already at square 9, square 8? Next card out is facade. This is with the solar plexus chakra. If I didn't mention that, that is the root chakra. You are being called to release your misbeliefs. You're being called to find a new perception on your situation, to ground yourself and to accept where you are, but to also find the sweetness and find your power within that, to reclaim your power. I want to say you've gotten too much in your head and too much, almost like woe is me. And I don't like to say it that way, but like you're feeling sorry for yourself. And your ancestors are calling you to stop doing that, to see beyond where you are currently at, to call back your power, to do what you can in this moment, to take the next step to where you want to go, where you want to end up. Your next card out is abundance. Where you want to end up is abundance. 23 reduces to a 5. And that's where they're trying to lead you. That's where you are going. That's where you will go once you do this work here. That just made me think of Spirit. I love them. All the places you'll go. Or at the end of the book. You know what? It's right here. I'm going to grab it. One of my favorite books. I don't know if you watched this reading where I use this book, but maybe you should go watch this reading. There might be a message there. Well, there will be a message there for you. Where is it? 99. Oh, there it is. And it says, and will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. That's what your ancestors are trying to tell you. You're going to move mountains. Oops. But you have to be willing to leave behind the childhood fantasies and live in the real world and grow up. I don't know how else to say it, and I hope it doesn't come off too harsh. But you have abundance here, and then card 8. That is all about abundance. Oh, and another 8, abundance. So much synchronicity here. You may be interested in looking up angel numbers 88 and 888 and master number 88. Once you accept where you are and see the abundance and where you are in this moment, you will be able to reclaim your power in this situation, which will help you feel better first off. But then that will also bring in the clarity that you are seeking about what's to come or where you want to head next, the next step for you. Next card out is Buffalo. Be thankful for all you have. How do you find acceptance in the moment and take back your power? Be thankful for all you have in this moment. Find your abundance now in this moment and take it one step at a time. Next card out is A Time for Healing. Yep. I mean, yeah, you're healing your heart. We already went through that. You are definitely healing your heart, and I want to say healing your perceptions about life and about growing up and about what life should be, maybe about what love should be like, how relationships should go, how romances should go, how the job you should have even, perhaps. Yeah. You're healing this Three of Swords. You're removing those swords from your heart. And that won't happen until you are able to accept where you are. Accept where things, accept where things are. Whether that's in relation to a person, place, situation, or thing. Or your own inner feelings. Maybe you are hard on yourself because you are not in the job that you want to be. You're not in the relationship you want to be in. You don't have the family yet that you want to have. Maybe you beat up on yourself because you think you should have had it all by a certain age. Maybe you had a specific plan. Your soul is being called to grow and accept where you are. And in that acceptance comes abundance. And I feel like you already know what is to come in next on some level with that High Priestess in reverse there. But your first card is the Queen of Wands. This is you stepping into your power. This is you reclaiming your power. This is, oh look, and you have the Tower underneath. Yep. I said some Tower moments were going to be coming up. I said some pivotal moments, maybe even miraculous. Something is going to come in. Something's going to happen. It's going to shake your world. And you will have the opportunity, I want to say, to fully step into your power. To really be the queen. To lead your community. If you, have a community, if you have a family or whatever. You're being asked this new moon to reclaim, I've already said your power, but I want to say your happiness. Maybe there's been something on your heart for a while that has been hurting you, that you've let hurt you, that you've let affect you, that you have allowed to make you feel as though you weren't good enough, make you feel as though you were not worthy. Maybe that's why you may be, that eternal child, that Peter Pan syndrome. You're being called to cut that away, to release it, so that you can fully grow up and become the queen that you've always meant to be. So I hope that makes sense to Pile 2. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you would like a more personalized reading to know exactly how this will be affecting you, then please reach out to me. My email is in the description box, and you can also reach out to me on Instagram. Be kind to yourself, love on yourself, pamper yourself, especially over these next 2 weeks, but the whole month, right? And watch how you blossom. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose this crystal, these will be your messages. I already know just off the bat that this is a selenite crystal. And this really has to do with intuition, spirituality. So I feel like this new moon is going to give you some opportunities to maybe connect in more to your intuition and spirituality, and to maybe even follow your intuition, and to step into something new, something out of your norm. But let's see what this card has to say. The bottom says, clear your path to enlightenment. Wherever you, who needs it? Healers, believers, the currently cleansing, juice, technology, etc. Where to put it? Wherever you want the slate wiped clean. I.e. your bedside table after a brutal work week, or around your apartment after somebody extra shady visits. When to use it? When you move into a new space and want any lingering bad juju to vamoose. When you pray to gods above. When you've been working with crystals and want to clear away energy they've picked up in the process. Give them a little tap with selenite. All of the piles today have really had to do with clearing our energy. So we can start something new, right? I mean, that's what the new moon is about. It's about bringing in newness. Let's see. You might be into the healing arts. You may be juicing. You may have felt like you need to do a cleanse. Maybe your tummy has been upset. Maybe you have been on the phone, on social media a bit too much, and that's been getting all up in your energy and making you doubt yourself. It's time to take a break from that. Clear your path to enlightenment. You are being asked to, I want to say, put away the distractions so that you can get clear on what it is that you want. But let's see what your cards have to say. First card out is Happy Happy in reverse. 26 reduces to an 8. I'm going to read that one since it comes with a protection message. Oh, I was not far off. I keep opening to the right pages today, guys. That never happens. It says, lighten up, because this is the time to be ridiculous and silly. See the world through the eyes of a clown, and don't take yourself or any situation right now too seriously. Have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised by how everything just seems to fall into place when humor leads the way. Being happy and lighthearted is a wonderful icebreaker. Life is meant for play as well as works, for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracles lie in the silly things today. And there you go. Find levity. That card has been popping up for me. Is to levity. Find happiness in every moment. Find a way to laugh through all the hard stuff. And I feel like this is a beneficial one for all of us over this next crazy ass month of all the planetary changes and eclipses and all of that. It's going to be a crazy time. One pile got a tower moment, got the tower card. You know, that could be really crazy, miraculous, or it could be really downright scary. But we have to find levity in the moment. The only way to make it through any situation that we're going through right now, especially in this time, is to be able to laugh. Laugh at ourselves, laugh at our mistakes, be easy on ourselves, right? But also to give that same grace to the people around us, to help us through our relationships, perhaps. Let's see. The next card out is 27 reduces to a 9. Painting the roses red, covering up errors. This came out in reverse, so I'm going to take it as such. You don't need to cover up your mistakes. Mistakes are just learning periods. They're just that. They come to teach us the lessons so that we may learn from them. And we don't need to feel as though we have to be perfect all the time. Once again, I think I mentioned it in the previous pile, but I watched a video from JJ Constellation this morning, and she had in her video Alice in Wonderland cards as well, with the white roses and the red roses. You might want to go check out her channel and see if there is something there that resonates with you. You don't have to be perfect, is what your ancestors are wanting you to know right now. You don't have to be perfect. Whatever it is that you are going after in this month, it doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to be. Like in Canto, what is that? That's why that song's been all up in my head lately. I'm not gonna sing it. Not singing this morning, I don't think. But basically, what is this song? When Mirabelle is with her sister Isabel, and she says, what if I knew it didn't have to be perfect, it just had to be? What if I just created what I was feeling in that moment and knew that I did not have to strive to be something that I wasn't, be something mechanical, robotic? That's what you're being asked to do this month. You're really being called to be your authentic self, because I feel like in you being authentic and being able to laugh at yourself or laugh at a situation, that is going to open doors for you that were previous closed. That's going to bring in opportunities for you that you've maybe never would have received before. But let's see what the cards have to say. Your ancestral message is out. It says, lady, enjoy growth and reap benefits. Yeah. I want to say you learning to laugh at yourself might be your growth. Could definitely be my growth. I am a perfectionist. And me trying to break out of that energy has been with these videos. I've, compared to my last business, I'm a lot more easygoing than I was. And I can be, I feel like. That business required, I want to say, it required perfection. But no one's perfect, right? So when you can release maybe the perfectionistic tendencies and the need to always be right and the need to control the narrative or the situation, you will be able to bring in growth and reap the rewards for yourself. Next card out is summer. Bask in joy and light. Happy, happy. This growth and rewards may come in the summer. But you're being called to be the joy and be the light. You're being called I want to say to be the one who breaks the tension in situations, and to be that voice of levity and, that soul of silent wisdom, I want to say. By you being able to laugh at yourself and situations around you, it emboldens and sparks other people to do the same. And wouldn't the world be a much sweeter place if we could all just learn to laugh at ourselves and go about our day? Next card from your ancestors is Snake. Shed old skin. Yep. You are growing. You are transforming. You are growing spiritually during this time. You are yeah. Yep. That's what I've been saying. So I'm not going to keep repeating it. Sorry, I'm getting hungry. Next card out is Empath with the sacral chakra. Maybe you have been stuck wondering what it is that you should be doing, where it is that you should head next. Either way, you are at an impasse right now. You are at a point where you are able to choose your next path. I think you're being asked, do you want to keep doing the same old thing that you've been doing and getting the same results? 11:33 on the clock as I say that. Or do you want to step into a new energy and try something different, with maybe not taking life so seriously, finding joy in every moment, finding something to laugh at in every moment, to release the tension, right? Allowing yourself to be human and not being so hard on yourself. This new moon is allowing you the ability, I want to say, to dream of a new world where you're not so hard on yourself, where you can be lighthearted and easygoing. Maybe you've been through a lot of shit, and that's why you are hard on yourself. Maybe you've had people around you who've been hard on you and who have made you feel as though you need to be perfect in order to gain their approval. You're being asked to release that. You're being asked to shed that skin and to step into a new version of yourself, a new, happier, lighthearted, joyful version of yourself. And this month is giving you just the opportunities to make that transition. 11, transition. Newness. New beginnings. You are transitioning from an old phase of yourself into a new version of yourself. A lighthearted, happier, I want to say more positive version of yourself, more authentic. I want to say it's going to be easier for you to give zero fucks. You're just going to be so confident in yourself and who you are. And I want to say, because you know that spirit is on your side, because you trust in the universe. Next card out is Ladybug. Notice the little things. Sometimes in chaotic situations, right, it's hard to find the levity. It's hard to find the positive in it, the beauty in it sometimes. And you're being asked to really step into this energy of noticing those little things that most people would miss out on and would lead to a terrible experience, a terrible situation, whatever. You're being asked to notice them. And noticing those little things, right? And being able to find levity and laugh at the situation, circumstances, That's going to lead you to reaping these rewards. Next card out is do your chores. Beaver. You got to clean up your attitude. That came out. That was somebody's ancestor for sure. Clean up your attitude. It's time to start being so hard on yourself. Maybe you know that you're too hard on yourself. Maybe you know you have too high of expectations of life. And that's okay. Especially when you've been through some stuff. I feel like you do have a higher expectation of life because you've seen just how low life can go. But also because you've seen how low life can go, it's like our perceptions get skewed and stay in that lower vibe energy. And we miss out on noticing these little things and finding the beauty in every moment. Next card out is try something new. Step out and do something different. You might be given an opportunity over these next couple weeks to try something new, go out with someone new, eat something new, a new workout program. I don't know. But do it. That will help you to shed this old skin. That will help you to break out of your comfort zone and become this version of yourself that you've been meant to be. A happier version of yourself. Next card out is work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Work through what has made you fearful to be lighthearted. Work through what holds you back. Okay, maybe you have been someone, like I said, who has been through some things, who've seen some things, or you just question life. Is that existential, existential, I don't know, I'm butchering the word. Maybe you've just had just a bleak view on life, Life is short, and it is hard. It's hard wrapping my head around it sometimes, right? What is the purpose? What is the meaning? I think you're being called to release that if you're someone who gets caught up in those energies. You can't discover the meaning, you can't discover the purpose if you're not in the moment, noticing the little things and noticing the beauty in every moment, the joy in every moment. Maybe you're someone who really thinks about and gets stuck on their own mortality. But you're being called to live life. You're being called to step into a more adventurous version of yourself, to work through your fears on why you are afraid to put yourself out there, why you're afraid to go out and make the new friends that you want to make, or go ask that person out that you want to date, or to try starting that new business that you want to start. Leaving that job and going after something that actually will bring you happiness. That's what you're being called to let go of. I think you're also being called to let go of the logical. Yes, that's exactly. You're being asked and given the opportunity to let go of the logical side of life and to just allow yourself to feel it and go with the flow. While also doing it more positively than you have in the past. You're being asked to be strong and to show your strength, to be brave, to stand up to your fears. To stand up to your fears and go after what it is that you want. And in doing that, you will end this cycle. In doing that, you will bring in a new tradition for yourself. Bring in a new foundation for yourself, a new, happier, more positive foundation and way of perceiving the world. If you've been someone who has, been dealing with anxiety, depression, addictions, other low vibe things, this energy this month, and especially over these next 2 weeks, it's really helping to bring in the strength for you to work through your fears. Try something new so that you get a different result, and helping you to transition into a newer, more vibrant, exuberant, happier version, positive version of yourself, and leave behind the humbug version, the meh version, right? Okay, pile 3. I hope this brought you some clarity and some insight. Please watch your sun, moon, rising, zodiac signs if you would like to get a more personalized idea of what you can be experiencing over this next month of May. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.